and I have a pleasure of interviewing one of our area's top professionals in all industries, Katrina Early. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Brent.
And we know that we see her on billboards, on commercials, on buses, on everything. She is the State Farm lady in our area. So just tell us about your business, State Farm, and tell us about you, who you are.
Well, I have been in the industry for 20 years representing State Farm Insurance as an agent. I'm actually celebrating 19 years in the industry here as of August the 1st of 2019. So I've been with the company for 24 years, State Farm Insurance.
Wow.
And I still love what I do.
That's awesome.
I still have passion for what I do after 19 years.
Wow, well that is awesome. So tell us about your journey. Tell us where you're from.
Okay, I am from a small town, Newport, Arkansas. Born and raised, about 8,000 people in the country. So I'm a good Southern country girl. And we was just a close-knit family, a close-knit community, and we love football. Wow. So Greyhounds.
Wow. The Greyhounds.
Yes, the Greyhounds.
Wow, well that's awesome. Newport, so from Newport to Shreveport.
Newport to Shreveport, and when I moved here in 2000, I would drive down I-20 and I'm like, wow, it's so big.
From 8,000 people to 200,000 people. I know that's something.
I was like, I'm family in the city.
Wow. So from Newport to Shreveport.
Yes.
So tell us about your journey with State Farm. How did you start off and how did you get to where you are now?
I actually started in Little Rock, Arkansas. I interviewed with State Farm for about a year and a half. And I almost gave up. And I went to the post office and I started doing data entry work, and the Spirit of God said, go back to State Farm, try once more.
Right.
And after about a year and a half, I actually tried again. I finally got the third interview.
Wow.
And I said, if you can just give me an opportunity, I promise you I won't let you down. And after that third interview, I was ready to rock and roll.
Just all rock and roll.
It was all good, yes.
And we know, we've seen just in our area so long how great you've done with State Farm. So we're going to go to a quick break, and then we're going to talk about maybe some advice that you have for entrepreneurs or people in business, because you've been doing it for a long time. So I know you have some jewels and some really good things that you can inspire some people.
Yes.
So we'll be right back.
My name is Jessica Latin, and I am the owner of JL Counseling. I provide individual counseling, family counseling, and group counseling, and I cover a variety of topics, including grief counseling, anger management, depression, and anxiety. Domestic violence and maternal mental health are two topics that are very near and dear to my heart, and there is a lack of services here in our community. And that is why I chose to specialize in those two areas. There is a huge stigma surrounding mental health these days, and I really want to be a beacon of light in this community to show everyone that your mental health is just as important as your physical health. My favorite part about the counseling process is watching my clients achieve their goals and seeing the smile on their faces and the change in their attitude really helps me to realize this is why I became a counselor.
Welcome back to What's the Biz, and we're here with Katrina Early, State Farm superstar. She's not only top in the Northwest Louisiana area, she's one of the top State Farm agents in the country. And I know that you have so much great advice and so many good things that you could tell not only young people that are doing insurance, but young people that want to be in business and want to be successful.
Yes.
So what are some things that you can tell us?
I would have to say stay consistent, and stay consistent to your dream. And so many times, a lot of people don't understand it's hard being a boss. It's hard being the leader, but lead by example.
Right.
Don't expect anyone to do what you won't do.
Right.
And set goals, long term and short term. I remember when I first started interviewing for agency, I interviewed for 6 months.
Wow.
And it was a 6-month process of State Farm looking at our demeanor, training us on demeanor, training us on how to dress, how to speak, how to do lunches, how to do dinner with groups. And I remember one person asking me, one mentor, how are you going to look 5 years from now in Shreveport?
Right.
And I said, you know what? I want to know that when my name is mentioned within insurance, that I will be one of the top 3 that they will call out,
Wow.
regardless of what area it's in,
Right.
regardless of who's calling my name out, from the mayor to the person who's throwing the papers.
Right.
I want my name to be in the top 3.
Wow. And I think that you've achieved, well, I don't think we
I
know that
believe
you've
we have.
achieved that goal.
And it's a lot of work.
Right.
And I remember my first days, I literally gave out 500 business cards a week.
Wow.
I didn't sit on them.
Wow.
I would pass them out to everyone.
Right.
And I would ask them to work for me.
Wow.
If you like me, would you work for me? If I give you 3 cards, would you give at least 2 of them away to 2 people that you know?
Wow. Well, look at that.
Yeah.
And tell us even some more about your story, just kind of starting out. It wasn't easy for you. Tell us about your military background as well.
Ooh, 21 years.
Wow.
Of Army Reserve. I was 13 years as a drill sergeant.
Uh-oh.
So, and I do believe that prepared me for my insurance career, because sometimes you have to be hard.
Right.
And you have to be able to look at the people that you hire, or even look at them as you're interviewing them and say, okay, what's their strengths? Where can they be developed? And wherever they can be developed, can you, do you have the tools, Katrina, to pull out their greatness?
Wow.
And I'm grateful that God has given me those tools and that gift to say, it's not about me. I want you to be able, whether you stay with me for 15 years or 20 years, when you walk away, you'll know something different about yourself, and you're greater in some
Right.
areas.
Well, that is awesome. And like you say, you have to really continue to push.
Yes.
And as a business owner, sometimes when you don't feel like doing it, if you're the boss,
You got to do it.
you have to do
You
it.
have to do it, yes.
So we're going to go again to a commercial break, and when we come back, let's talk about what does the future hold for Mrs. Early, and what else do you have going on as well. So we'll be right back.
Yes.
It's just Dillas?
Just Dillas.
Only Dillas.
Only Dillas.
Dillas.
Yep.
Primo quesadillas?
Primo quesadillas.
Welcome back to What's the Biz. Again, we're here with Katrina Early. So, Katrina, tell us some things that are going on for your future that you're looking to do.
Well, I tell you, I have to be married to one of the best husbands around.
Uh-oh.
For me.
Right, for you.
Because I know you feel
Right.
like you're the best husband.
Oh, I know I am.
So I'm grateful for my king, my partner in crime, Mr. Demetrius Early, and we're looking to just continue to go to the top. You know, we have our nonprofit organization, Make Me, Mold Me, Empower. What God allowed me to do was to use State Farm as a platform, the insurance industry, and then also use my gifts to develop the nonprofit of Make Me,
Right.
Mold Me, Empowerment.
Right.
And with that organization, we empower men and women to fulfill their dreams.
Right,
So
right.
as I teach the women in the community, Mr. Early goes to the prison and he teaches the men in the prison.
Awesome.
And it's just wonderful. We're still growing with State Farm Insurance. I'm preparing to take another test.
Awesome.
I was Series 65, so I just passed the mortgage test.
Wow.
So now I have to take another test, but even after 20-some years in the industry, we're still pushing to continue to move forward.
Right. And that's one thing that we can definitely tell any entrepreneur,
Yes.
any young business person, it never stops.
You gotta stay in the
You
game.
have to continually learn
You
and continually push.
Yes.
So that is awesome. So
Yes.
also tell the people about, you are a published author.
Yes.
And you
yeah.
also are a radio personality as well.
Yes, we have meaning my husband and myself, we have a radio talk show, Make Me Mo Me Empowerment Radio Talk Show every Sunday morning on 102.1 KDKS at 7:30, and we're getting ready to celebrate a 4-year anniversary. Also, I have a book with one of the best authors that's international,
Right.
Jack Canfield.
Jack Canfield,
So
wow.
I am honored to be beside him as with my book, and it's Success Mastery. So looking forward to writing another book with Mr. Early, so we can continue to tell our story. So we just have a lot to just be grateful for, a lot to look forward for.
Just thank you so much. You and Mr. Early are so dear to me. Thank you for being on our show and giving us a little bit of knowledge about yourself, your business, but also the journey of a business owner. So again, this is Katrina Early with State Farm. Thank you for being on here today, and you are watching What's the Biz, your place for entrepreneurship and business. Thank you for watching.